Good afternoon, everyone. We are TeamJ1. Today, we will be presenting our capstone presentation, Sustainable Packaging Innovation Radar. These are our team members. Firstly, let me briefly give you a short introduction video introduce what is sustainability and packaging innovation trade be like.
Packaging is very ubiquitous. It touches, almost every person on the planet. It affects things that human beings need to survive: food, healthcare, personal care. All of that is packaged. Today, none of that has a lot of intelligence, but there are real concerns with a lot of those products. There's concern of spoilage. There's concerns of authenticity. Is this what I really thought I was getting? There's concerns of origin and where is this coming from? And a lot of things that the packaging can communicate with different types of intelligence and sensing. Those packages can be much more dynamic.
You decide to buy a bottle of alcohol. You buy it and you say, I don't know what to do. Instead, think about it if the packaging on it is able to tell you one thing, how to make a cocktail. Two, when you actually scan it, it tells you, you really can make a cocktail which suits you this way because I know this is the type of cocktail you like and make. Here are the two of the ingredients you need to buy and you're going to have it. So it's actually becoming a personalized assistant to you.
Where you can envision the packaging changing to, you as a consumer has your own personalized container that can be reused over and over, that your Instacart shopper picks up from your house, fills it with strawberries and brings it back to your house. And we may see more micro supply chains set up in certain communities that has a higher demand of consumer personalization and requirements for packaging to be sustainable and personalized to them and reusable.
A great example people talk about is vegetable-based packaging. So think about it this way. You go buy a burger, you throw away the box. What happens if you can eat the box? What happens if you can eat up the box and put it into your soup? What if it's algae-based, if it's protein-based? And then you can reuse it, but not reuse it as you package it, but in a different application. You can end up eating it, or your dog can end up eating it. So those are the kind of innovations I truly believe you're going to see in the next 5 years, 10 years, 15 years.
Now, I believe you have a basic understanding what is sustainability and also innovation trade. Next, let's go to the conceptual context. First, what is sustainable in packaging? Sustainable in packaging means designing and producing packaging to minimize environmental impact throughout its entire life cycle. In other words, it's not just about recycling, but minimizing waste in every stage. Next, what is innovation in packaging? Innovation in packaging is development of new materials or smarter design that enhance sustainability and consumer experience. And lastly, what we do. We identify, track, and showcase emerging sustainable packaging solutions and technology through a global innovation radar. Altogether, these all form a foundation for our project, Sustainable Packaging Innovation Radar. Next, I'm going to hand over to EO to present visual map and the key stakeholder part.
This vision map shows our direction. Our vision is to provide brands and its clients with clear, credible, and innovative insights into sustainable packaging options. Right now, brand faces problems like the fragmented supply information, inconsistent data, and companies' risks, which is make it very hard for clients to compare and make decisions. So our project is to bridge this gap through supplier scanning, evaluation, case studies, and the recommendations to meet our future state and goal. So we hope that brands will hold a vented radar of 15 to 20 AU accessible suppliers, and clients can make decisions confidently. Case study can be used in real world, and complex risks can be used. So to develop our project goals, we must engage the right stakeholders. In this stakeholder radar, we put the sales sponsor, brand design team, supervisors, suppliers, clients, certification bodies into the inner circle, which means they are core stakeholders and they should be managed closely, and we should know their needs and expectations. For sponsor, she wants clear, practical and innovation-focused outputs. For design team, they want for fast and comparable supply insights for client proposals. Supervisor expects a well-managed process and professional delivery. So we use different strategy to manage different groups. We think this help us focus this communication and have a smoother way and more successful project outcome.
Next, I will introduce the scope and success measures of our project. Our scope focuses on 10 representative sustainable packaging products, ranging from mono-page blister cards to mushroom-based gift box inserts. These categories were chosen because they reflect key innovation trends across packaging materials and applications. And we set 4 key objectives for our project. First is to build a supplier directory. Second, to collect case studies that show real market applications. Then third, to create an evaluation framework for comparing and assessing sustainable suppliers. And last, to summarize our findings in a strategic report. And we define our success measures as follows. Over 15 suppliers, including 3 from Australia, over 10 innovation examples, a reviewed and benchmarked evaluation framework, and a final output that is validated and endorsed by our sponsor. Through this, we believe we can provide a structured, transparent, and practical reference for promoting sustainable packaging solutions in this industry.
Next, I will introduce the project approach and the implementation plan. And as you can see here, this is our overall timeline, and we have 6 milestones from project charter to final report. And our workflow follows plan to research to deliver. For plan phase, we define 10 products and set up success matrix. For research phase, we firstly create case studies, and then we do supplier research and develop evaluation framework. And then we use this framework to rank suppliers. And next, for deliver phase, we consolidating our findings and prepare final report and the recommendations for brander. In addition, during this phase, we adopt a hybrid methodology combining waterfall and agile. The waterfall structure gives us a clear framework with defined scope and milestones. At the same time, the agile iteration allows us to work flexible and receive feedback quickly. And next, for tools and collaboration, we have Excel for supplier database and formal email templates for supplier communication. To stay aligned with our sponsor, we have fortnight checking meetings with her. And also, we have used Microsoft Project to track our project progress. And in conclusion, this structure helps us to stay transparent and organized during the whole project. And next, welcome my partner.
During the project execution, we encountered several risks, so we implemented targeted mitigations to reduce the impact. Firstly, we faced limited supplier information and unclear EU compliance. To address this, we used a standard checklist and captured TDS certifications, MOQ, and lead time for every supplier. Next, there are potential schedule disruption during the midterm break. So we adjusted the timeline and run case study and supplier outreach in parallel for every supplier. In addition, slow supplier responses and fragmented channels could delay us. To keep the project discipline, we asked the sponsor for correct supplier connection and set a simple response cadence with follow-ups. Finally, we noticed the scope creep and inconsistent definition of innovation. So we locked the scope and evaluation criteria with the sponsor and applied change control for any new ideas. These steps help us kept on track and informed our next steps.
Well, next I will introduce the main achievements. It can be seen on the bar chart that our team has finished the product list and case study. What's more, 60% of the work of supplier research have been done, and we also decided to finish our recommendation report next month. So the overall project progress exceeded 70%. Well, next I will talk about how we got these achievements by key work packages. In order to get the best results within the limited time, our team conducted an offline screening and finally determined 10 product types that we really want to focus on. Well, in case in terms of case study, we divide our work into two parts: innovation highlight and area relevance, and have analyzed multiple cases. Well, for about the supplier directory, we have listed several potential suppliers and is now waiting for some confirmation. And the next step is the in-depth analysis of these suppliers based on the evaluation matrix that we have made before. And we also want to bring some value for Brando in the recommendation report. First is the innovative inspirations for next year's design and provide some basic information of suppliers and also help Brando to avoid unsustainable and non-compliant materials. Next, we will talk about the key learnings.
Let's talk about the key learnings. So about supplier sourcing, we have 5 key learnings. First, most suppliers verified with ISO, FSC, or BRC standards, but a few lack explicit AU-specific compliance. Second, MOQ set lead times have both flexible and high volume options. Third, suppliers offer compostable monomaterials and PFAS-free solutions, and several integrate technology. Fourth, most suppliers demonstrate CSR through waste reduction, community engagement, and modern slavery policies. Finally, most suppliers have direct contact emails. So about case study, we have 4 key insights. First, bio-based and fiber-based materials can fully replace plastic without compromising. And second, reusability and refill platforms. Reusability and refill platforms redefine the packaging as a service, not just a single-use item. And third, Australia local compostable materials can reduce emissions and also meet the APCO 2025 targets. And finally, you can see the industry collaboration can accelerate the scalable circularity. So next, we'd like to apply supplier evaluation framework and also deliver the final recommendation report to Brando. In conclusion, I'd like to state the project contribution. We connect sustainability and innovation across packaging portfolios, and we provide supplier-based insights linking environmental performance, market feasibility, and social impacts. So finally, what we have to do is to provide Brando's future sustainable packaging strategy. So these are all our presentation. Thank you.